Hey guys, it's Bailey. This is probably the last time you're gonna hear my voice anything resembling this. Today is Monday, September 14th, 2015, and as of about 4:30 p.m. today, I am on testosterone. Um, wow, just saying those words is like, I can't believe it. I mean, I could easily describe it as I went through life in slow motion, and recently someone just hit the fast forward button. And as the needle was going into my skin, I couldn't help but think, what the fuck, this is real. Holy fucking shit. My life is gonna change. More or less on that. But let me backtrack a little bit. Um, I was going to have my first shot, today. Um, the doctor had called Friday and said that they'd be able to do it. And my mom told me that I need to double check with the insurance company to make sure that, sorry, I'm little allergies, um, to make sure that's covered. And I couldn't do that for the past few days because I've had a terrible migraine, pretty much one of those paralyzing migraines, where you can't really do anything but lay down. So I called this morning, and after jumping through a million hoops to finally talk to somebody, I had to get a certain code from my endocrinologist, and I had to call back, so I had to jump through the hoops again to talk to a human. And they had to get an authorization. They have to give an authorization to my endocrinologist. So they gave me the number to give to my endocrinologist, so I called the endocrinologist back and I gave them the number, and they said they didn't know how long it would take, and I was devastated. Because, I just wanted to get this done. I wanted to get it started, and I was just tired of not being able to do so. So, later that day, my family's about to get together for a Rosh Hashanah dinner. My family's Jewish. And my boyfriend Paul comes over, and I tell him what happened, and I was really upset about it. He was also excited for me to get my shot. And finally, we decided, look, it's a bit of a drive, but let's go out to the endocrinologist and, talk with them, see when exactly it's going to happen. So we get there, and the receptionist immediately, kind of stops me mid sentence as I'm explaining what I'm doing there. And she's like, yeah, we actually just got the authorization about 20 minutes, half an hour ago, and we could do your first shot today. I nearly fell over, guys. I was in total shock. And 5-10 minutes later, I was in the exam room, and the doctor was explaining to me, like, how the shot works, how you get the needle, put it on, blah blah blah, put testosterone, pull the needle. I'll make a video about that when I start doing the injections on my own. But I was kind of like one step ahead of him because, like, I had seen so many other FTM videos, even some MTFs doing their hormone injections, so I already kind of knew what to expect. But it was ridiculous. I was being a bit of a baby about the needle. I've been tattooed, I've been pierced, but going to the doctor to get a shot makes me very squeamish. It's just the way it's always been. So, um, traditionally, uh, hormone shots will go in the thigh. That's what I've seen. He decided to do it in my glute. Not my directly in my ass cheek, but like kind of above. So I was like, that thing is going in my glute. It wasn't a very big needle, first of all, so there was less pain to be expected. And also, he said that if you just do like a straight dart motion, and it's just put the whole inch of the needle in, then you're only going to feel like a tiny pinch, a little pressure, nothing more. And so I kind of held on, and he was right. All I felt was just a little. If I had to pick a sound effect for the needle, it would be boink. I don't know, it's just the first thing in my mind is boink. Um, but yeah, so it was over before I knew it, and I had, my usual reaction that I get from any shot, which is a little pain in the injection site, and felt dizzy from the buildup. So I sat down, had some water, and then we went home. And of course, we got stuck in major traffic because it was, rush hour. But it was definitely about halfway home when I realized my whole family's waiting at the house for Rosh Hashanah dinner. What's the conversation going to be like? I had already come out to the remainder of the family that I hadn't been out to, about a month ago maybe. And they had already known because my mom had told them. My mom kind of yaps about everything about me without my consent. Something I really don't like, but man, what can you do? So when I got there, my mom hugged me for like a very long time. And then we sat down for dinner. And I just felt like huge elephant in the room. There was like a lot of tension. At least that's what I was feeling. Paul didn't mention it because, he didn't know who knew. Um, and I finally just said, are we gonna ignore this any longer? We all know what happened today. Are we gonna discuss it at all? And they're just kind of like brushing it off as if I was just talking about like the weather outside. So it was a good sign, I guess. My mom isn't really feeling well today, so I really don't know her true feelings on the subject. I'm sure they'll come out eventually. Um, she says she's worried, and I understand her worry. Trans people aren't really treated the best in society, and even though it's slowly changing, it's still a very, very slow and gradual change, so we just have to keep pushing. But all in all, um, my feelings ranged, you know, before and after the shot to, um, holy shit, what am I doing? To the more prevalent feeling of, oh my god, finally. How many years of 20 years of build up? So really, the more pleasant emotions were, the dominant feeling. But I'd say it was like a, kind of a 99.9 to 0.1 ratio of feelings. The bad feelings with 0.1, clearly. No one ever talks about the bad feelings and the negative sides of transitioning. Like, I definitely felt the negative more because I'm leaving behind a life I've led for years and years. I'm kind of affecting a lot of people around me. And, I'm really affecting myself. My life is going to change like crazy. So, there's always that little kind of blip of, am I really doing this type of thing? There's always that little blip of doubt. And I have a feeling once the changes start, um, that feeling will kind of get less and less, and I'll be a lot better off. But yeah, I'm definitely going to keep up with these videos, along with everything else. So, yeah, pretty much it. I don't know, maybe in a couple of weeks, I'll see if my voice has changed at all, and we'll go from there. So, this is day one. It's, again, September 14th, 2015. Later.